This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
This is how it's always been. I'm on the outside looking in.
Welcome to Double Love, the podcast in which we explore the strange and terrifying world of Sweet Valley High, book by book. I'm Anna Carey.
I'm Karen Moynihan.
And we are back in the Chateau d'Amour. Anconu.
Anconu. The most normally named chateau ever.
Well, I mean, you all were equally baffled by its geography.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad it's not just us, because it's so confusing. Like, I just can't get a handle on this place at all.
Even less so after reading this book, to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
It only gets worse.
Well, this is part 3 of Once Upon a Time, because we have to divide the second half into 2. Thank you very much for your patience with that. And we are going to start by discussing Cressida's version. But first of all, there was some confusion over the UK cover that was posted on Instagram last week. And well, there might be, because the era of the silky covers is over, and this absolute shit show is what, on this side of the Atlantic, we got in its place.
It's like, we probably should have warned you guys that the covers were going to get real fucking weird. But yeah, who knew that we'd be longing for the days of the silky backgrounds and the like random junk from the press covers? But here we are. Yeah, so once we abandoned the silk, they moved into this really weird kind of template, basically, where there's just a huge kind of silvery SVH down one side of the covers. Yes. Like, they have the Daniels twins on it, but it's literally like they have one twin with like her head and shoulders, and then the other is just literally a floating head.
Yeah.
Just kind of disembodied. Like,
what is happening?
It's really weird. And the only kind of nod to the fact that these are all different books, there's this sort of circle pattern that looks like really bad wallpaper, with just literal like vague stock images kind of thrown in that are repeated throughout. So we'll say for Once Upon a Time, it's kind of a generally purple background, and then the circles have like a picture of a tiara, a picture of a red flower, and then something just utterly incomprehensible. It looks like Christmas ornaments.
For a rugby ball?
I honestly have no idea what's going on here.
I'm zooming in on it now.
Yeah, it remains unclear. I don't know what it's meant to
madness.
be. Yeah, I couldn't find a properly high-res version, but honestly, I feel like the resolution isn't the issue here.
No.
It's just a very confusing image. Something red and green, vaguely ornamenty looking. That's pretty much all I can tell you.
So genuinely weird, baffling. However, luckily for all of us, there is Cressida's version, and I am going to feast my eyes on it for the first time right now.
Live reactions.
Because you might recall that the photo cover showed the Daniels twins arriving at a fairly convincing looking chateau.
It was good. It was a big door. It was a nice courtyard. You know, it was pretty Californian, but you know what? It was working and we were happy with it.
It was an actual building. You know,
we were on location. We just love it when they go on location.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm coming down with another chest infection.
Oh God.
This might kill me. Oh my God, this is amazing.
It's so good.
I can't breathe. Oh.
Okay, well, I will talk us through it.
Please do, because I don't think I can.
Okay, I'll give you Cressida's own description, because really she's the only person who can do proper justice to it. So,
seriously.
Once Upon a Time, Cressida's version. Jessica and Elizabeth have arrived at the Love Castle and are standing in its sunny courtyard, which is filled with heavy wooden doors, good for containing meddlesome, narcissistic Californian teenage twins.
We hope.
Mediterranean foliage, in brackets, pot plant. and a splendid medieval castle, Mr. B's Lego, because there is in the background a wonderful Lego medieval castle, flags flying. There's a knight on horseback on the drawbridge.
Wizard up in a tower.
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
There's a moat. Like, this is actually very accurate.
Yeah, that's true. There is a moat. Wow.
Yeah. Jessica is lugging every bag I could find in my Barbie doll's wardrobe, because she is literally holding tons of tiny little bags. There's 2 at her feet. It's fucking wonderful. While Elizabeth is in charge of a rather snazzy trunk suitcase. Note the magnificent travel sticker she slapped on the front.
Oh, I sure do.
I love it. There's like it's a proper little like mini suitcase. There's a little double love sticker on the front. There's a tiny framed photo sitting on top of it. It's just the attention to detail never fails.
Oh my God. Just so incredible. Good.
So Cressida continues, alas, my doll Elizabeth doesn't have any granny rags, so she's wearing a slightly trendier ensemble, including showing off her midriff, which is somewhat out of character, granted. However, they are in La Belle France. Ooh la la. I did manage to find her some pensioner loafers, so at least that's authentic.
She did! It's amazing.
The big clumpy shoes.
Yeah, just incredible.
Oh, God. Jess's sartorial choices are a little more matchy-matchy to the cover, including some bright, chunky white high tops straight out of the 90s, but I had to switch her beret for a glam sun hat. Please do note Liz's trusty photo of Todd on the trunk.
Oh my God.
10 out of 10. Where she goes, it goes, unlike her conscience.
Hey!
I do put these small details in just for all your viewing pleasure. They're both gazing up at something, probably the hottest guy they've ever seen. Again! It certainly isn't a mirror of self-reflection, let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. P.S. This one was tricky as I don't have a French chateau to hide. And so please do excuse my whimsy woodland scene curtains. Because then in the background, there is literal like woodland scene. There's trees, there's like a little squirrel. Like, it's so fucking good, Cressida.
It's incredible.
There's like a little timber. It's like a little chest or something that's kind of standing upright. So it looks like a big door. Like, it's so impressive.
Oh my God. You are a genius, Cressida, and we appreciate your labour so much.
We really do. Now that we're in this era of really weird stock image floating head covers, like truly you are coming to our rescue.
Seriously, the true artists that we need. Well, it's up to you, listeners, whether this section of the book, the last quarter, lives up to this cover. I mean, what could, to be honest? I have to say, a lot of filler.
Oh my God, so much. I mean, that's kind of the way with this book anyway, though. It's like we're spending 3 pages talking about Jessica eating a croque monsieur and we were just getting super jealous. So it's like, didn't need that much detail.
There's about 5 pages of children having a boring food fight.
Oh my God.
Like, we're going to skim a lot, we'll just tell you that much.
Yeah.
But we begin dans le chateau, where the Princess Catherine pops her head into the nursery where Jessica is tidying up and says, oh God, you can stop for the night. Like, you're still working. Yeah. And Jessica is exhausted. She's starving. The children were so badly behaved at dinner. This goes against all the French stereotypes, by the way, that the kids are just constantly like chucking food around. Like, we're always being told, and in fairness, my experience in French restaurants, this is true, that French children are very well behaved at the table. Not these little shits.
No, they're kind of a nightmare. They were particularly boisterous this evening, apparently. So, of course, Jessica is having to do all this on her own because, as we remember from the end of the last section, there's a bit of a storm going on outside and Liz is busy running around getting drenched.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no sign of her yet. So Jessica's having to do all this on her own. She's getting a bit annoyed because all she wants to do is just get into bed. She's absolutely wrecked. It's been a really difficult evening. And she's feeling so tired, but she's really hungry. So yeah, apparently like the kids were so bad at dinner time, Jessica didn't get to eat anything herself. So they are tough going.
Well, she goes down to the kitchen where the head chef is busy cooking for the royal couple and their guests, which I guess are just like the Comtesse and her daughter. I don't know what's going on here because he's cooking steaks.
Yeah.
And then Jessica just wanders over and in English says, "Is there anything left to eat?" And the chef is understandably a bit annoyed being interrupted while doing his job and snaps at her in French. And then he just goes, "There's biff." And there's like biff bourguignon in like a pot. So are they having that and steak? Like what?
Yeah, I don't know. Is this like a backup dinner, or is it like what the staff are going to have for dinner? I don't know. But like she's happy to just have a bit of dinner basically.
Yes.
So she takes that and sits down. But then Anna breezes in with a bit of she's sewing a blouse or something.
Why would you do that in the kitchen? Why would you, like, in a busy kitchen? Why would you take mending in?
Truly, like, her role and just her judgment are absolute mysteries.
Sorry to my fellow Annas, we are being libeled in this ridiculous book.
Well, it's someone else's turn for a change. Karen's had it hard for long enough.
I was going to say. So she's like, how are you getting on? And Jessica's like, well, the kids are great, but they're exhausting. Anna says the children are very spirited, but they're loving and kind. No evidence of that. Nope. And Jessica says it's nice to get away from home. And then Anna, who is so inappropriate, she's always talking to these kids about their love lives. She's like, so you did not leave an handsome boyfriend behind. And then we get it. This is what I can't understand about this book, that bits of it are canon. Bits of the past are canon, but yet we've jumped forward to summer. Because we learn that Jessica and Cameron, the last guy who was like the love of her life, did not make it, surprisingly.
Shocker. Yeah, we get a quick recap of Cameron Smith that she met in her internship at Flair magazine, about how they'd gone out for a while, but eventually the relationship fizzled out. Cameron had to travel all the time on business and they rarely got to see each other.
Why you shouldn't be going out with somebody with a job?
I know. Like, that whole thing was so gross by the end. It was just like, oh, step away from the underage girl, Cameron, you pervert.
But Anna is sympathetic about this recent, fizzling out. But Jessica says as well, I did meet a fascinating guy on the train. And Anna's like, you don't waste any time, do you?
I did love that.
I mean, it's true. She never does. But again, weird thing for an adult to say to a child.
I know.
And then Jessica asks, what do you know about the son of the Duke of Norvaux? And Anna is all confused because there is no Duke of Norvaux.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Jessica kind of refuses to believe this. She's like, maybe you've just never heard of it. But Anna's like, no, that's not a thing. So she's sympathetic, but she kind of laughs and she's like, oh, poor Jessica, you've obviously run into a dashing French rogue with a silver tongue. And Jessica's like, oh my God, did Jack lie to me? Like, all his kind of flirting and his smooth jokes, like, was he just like being dishonest from the get-go with her, or what's going on here?
Anna also says France isn't a very big country and she knows all of it. I mean, it is quite big.
It's pretty big.
Though, I mean, by American standards, I remember my Texan ex pointing out that Texas is bigger. Just Texas is bigger than France. So, I guess by North American standards, it's small.
It's small. Fair.
I mean, it is pretty big. If you've tried to drive through quite a lot of it, it takes a long time. But again, that's just by European standards.
Exactly. And Anna is French. So as far as she's concerned, well, in fact, as far as she's concerned, it should be the other way around. Damn it, Anna.
It should be like France is huge. Well, Anna, the expert geographer, tells Jessica not to be sad because in France, everything is forgiven if it is for love. Okay. I'm not going to follow that train of thought too deeply. It goes very unsettling directions, and thinks maybe this young fellow wanted to impress her, but Jessica doesn't give a shit. She just thinks that Jacques did not lie to her for love. He was just looking for a fun time on the train. And who better to go to than Jessica?
In fairness, like, she's all about a fun time, and if it's on a train, well and good. So I don't know why she's suddenly getting so fucking, up on her high horse about this, but yeah, she's sick to her stomach at this news, so she can't eat anymore apparently, so she's bailing on dinner and just kind of heads off, stomping up the long winding steps to her little turret room.
Yes, her garret. And she thinks she's treated like a servant around here. Liz hates her and she's a terrible babysitter and Jacques is a jerk. And she literally says aloud, life is so unfair.
Oh.
Well, then we cut to the cottage in the maze, side of the maze, in the woods.
Unclear.
Geography? What geography? So we cut to the point of view of Prince Laurent, and he opens the door to find the girl from his dream.
Oh my God. Yes, she asked to come in English. She's trembling. He suddenly realizes this girl is soaked to the skin and she is actually real. He's not like hallucinating.
Yeah, he does wonder that a few times about the hallucinations.
So he invites her in and realizes she must be one of the new au pairs because she's speaking English. So he brings her in. There's a big fire on the go because we're just lighting fires in the height of summer all the way around these grounds, I guess.
I keep thinking this is like summer in in
Yeah.
the Mediterranean.
It's
Like,
so
this is
warm.
fucking insane. Even
Hot
if it's
rain.
yes, even if it's raining, it's
Yeah.
not cold enough to light a fire.
No. But he gets her some towels and kind of he's kind of stunned by the sight of her, and he kind of has to remind himself that, oh, this is a girl who's clearly in distress of some kind, so I better help her. So he keeps kind of spacing out, kind of looking at
Yeah.
her. It's like, I feel like you'd be a bit freaked out when you came into this cottage. You're like, why is this guy staring at me?
But also, they both recognize each other from their dreams.
God, this is so annoying.
It's so annoying. The two of them together, as you said in a text to me earlier today, are just pair of doses.
Yep, that's what they are.
They are. She's a dose all the time. He turns out he's a dose too.
Yeah. So she does explain who she is. She's dried off somewhat and sitting in front of the fire, and he's running off to make her tea. But she introduces herself, and then when he does the same, she's like, oh, I know, I saw you yesterday when you were practicing with your sword. She then explains that Pierre is a bit devilish at times and ran off into the maze, so she had to go find him, and this is how she ended up peeping through a hedge at him, apparently. So Laurent is like, oh, so I didn't imagine her after all. She really did disappear into the maze yesterday. Because again, he thought that was all in his head or something.
He's relieved. Like, he genuinely thought he was losing his mind. And hallucinating a Wakefield floating head. Like the cover.
Like the cover. Oh my God. They knew exactly what they were doing all this time.
Take it all back.
Jesus. They were just, yeah, it was big picture stuff. But yeah, so he makes her tea. She's drying off. And he's just kind of talking about how, he was like Pierre when he was small, because he's always running off into the maze and giving grief to his nannies. So basically all these children were an absolute nightmare, I guess.
They were, but also, why did Anna go like, nobody could ever go into the maze, you might die? And then it's like, we all just played there as kids. It's great.
Is it a death maze or not?
Make your mind up, Ghost Rider.
Honestly. But yeah, Liz kind of realizes she should be getting back to the chateau because she's already late for dinner. But then there's a bolt of thunder, there's lightning, and the storm gets like properly on in earnest. It's dark outside. It's absolutely lashing rain. And apparently the only way back is a dirt road that loops around the estate that's probably flooded. And the only other way is through the maze, which is out of the question. Even Laurent couldn't find his way through it in this weather.
It's absolutely deranged. Like, there's a chateau belonging to
It's
prince and princess. Doesn't have roads.
Very strange microclimate as well that's going on here, where it's like all this earth that should be absolutely bone dry is suddenly fucking flooded and just mud soaked, and there's no way to possibly get back to the chateau when it rains. So she's gonna have to stay there, basically.
Yep. And lest you think they're going for an only one bed trope, and they are not, because these dickheads are just going to stay awake all night having really tedious conversations. Sorry, spoiler.
Nothing happens.
They tell very boring stories to each other.
They do, but I do think it's quite funny that they keep talking about how they're sipping hot cider by the fire, because, I'm sorry, cider in France is not your sparkling apple juice of America. That's cider. They're on the bag of cans, finally.
So hot. Ugh.
They've been warmed up by the fireside. Warm cans.
Oh, God. French cider is really strong.
It is. This is the thing.
It's rough. Or it can be rough. The cider in the Basque Country, like, I know we're on the Med here, not the Atlantic, but the Basque cider is, I thought, because as a cider drinker, the first time I was in the Basque Country, I was like, I'll have some of this, and it is very full on. So the thought of Liz and Laurent knocking that back is...
I know, because they're always having their little cider at their picnics in California, and it's like, yeah, we know you mean like fizzy apple juice, but that's not what this is.
No. You cannot get non-alcoholic cider in Europe. They're on the cidre.
Yeah.
By the way, we do learn that he has just the slightest French accent. Feels unlikely. But with his smooth, chiseled features and jet black hair, he looks every bit the refined noble. But he's a warm, mischievous air when he talks.
Yeah, Liz is entranced by him.
And he tells really boring stories about his pranks that he played as a kid. I just find prank playing very tedious. So you're not winning me over here, Laurent. And she's like, oh, you were so cheeky, like, compared to you, Pierre, Claudine and Manon are perfect angels. I'm surprised you're even related. And he says, it's a bit harsh. She's like, well, they're only my half siblings. So, and then we learned his tragic backstory.
Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at this. But
the way it's told is funny.
Okay, thank you. It's like, am I a terrible person or is she a mermaid? What's going on?
Oh my God.
Because he explains that his mother died when he was 10. She drowned in a boat accident on the Mediterranean Sea. And of course, Liz is horrified. She's like, oh my God, she's very sympathetic. He's like, but it was comforting. It was comforting to me that she died at sea. She was a creature of the water. She grew up on the coast of France and spent her childhood sailing and water skiing. He's really deep in thought, and he's like, it was like she returned to her natural habitat.
Oh, mermaid.
Mermaid.
Like, I grew up relatively near the sea too. Doesn't mean I want to drown. Like, who thinks, oh yeah, I'm really glad she drowned. That's famously a nice way to go. Jesus Christ.
It's just so weird the way he tells it.
Speaking of weirdos, Liz goes, as nobody in the real world would say ever, was she your father's first love?
Fucking strange thing to ask. So he's like, oh, I think so, or at least I thought so. And I do wonder, they must be setting something up here with Catherine for later books. Because
agreed.
He explains that he only just found out that apparently his father and Catherine were friends before he got married to Laurent's mother. So he's like, who knows, maybe they were in love back then. So we are kind of seeding some stuff about Catherine knowing the dad before he got married and had Laurent. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this plays out, but there's nothing more about it really in this.
Yeah, no, there isn't. But I agree, it does seem meaningful.
Yeah. So he also reveals that when his dad was his age, that he tried to establish a more equitable political system and was sort of a revolutionary.
How crazy!
Liz is totally amazed by this.
How crazy he was to not want an autocratic monarchy.
Bananas.
And Liz is like, that's funny. My mother was exactly the same in the 70s. See, they made Alice younger now that they're teenagers in the late 90s, because originally she was very much a student in the 60s.
She was a flower child, you're right.
Yeah. So maybe she's a bit more, the 70s, they were getting a lot more sort of radical. So maybe... Maybe she was even more extreme than we thought, which would be an interesting Alice backstory. But they're like, this is the most coincidental thing ever that our parents, who are of this age, should have been vaguely left wing back in the day.
Yeah.
And then they meet each other's eyes, and Liz feels lightheaded as if she were flying. And he's like, Elizabeth, I feel like I've known you forever. And she feels the same way. And then they realize they've talked all night. What?
Oh, God.
It was like 4:30 in the morning. And she's been there since 9 o'clock.
Just poofing into the cider. Like, they haven't done anything to eat. They're shit-faced.
True, they haven't done anything to eat.
No, she said no dinner. I was very concerned about her having no dinner and a pile of cider, because, let me tell you, that does not go well.
No. Tell you, as anybody who's been to a book launch will tell you, because they start at 6 and everybody goes to the pub, and then you realise it's like 10:30 and no one's had anything to eat. It's not a good thing.
No, it's like the whole table has had 2 bags of cheese and onion crisps, and that's not dinner.
Oh my God, the crisp dinner. So then Laurent says, I know you've got to get back to my angelic siblings, but, what about breakfast? I make a terrific cheese omelette. And she's all like, I've been rescued by a prince who can cook. So the kitchen sounds super cute. He inexplicably puts on a big white chef's cap. Where the fuck does he fit?
I don't understand this guy.
And then we're told that he makes a few minutes later, a big Spanish omelette was sizzling in a frying pan. The ghostwriter does not know what a Spanish omelette is.
No, I mean, I love a tortilla, but that takes a bit of time.
Tortilla.
He's peeling potatoes, he's cubing them, he's frying them up. Like, there's much more work involved in making a tortilla than there is in an omelette. So, yeah.
Ridiculous. Though it did make me really, like the croque monsieur the last time. Oh my God, a real Spanish tortilla.
Unreal.
Like, you can go to if you've never been to Spain, listeners, you can go to a bar in Madrid and you will just order a glass of wine and they will give you a slice of tortilla for free, because they think it's like so wrong that you should be sitting there with no food. And it'll be the best thing you've ever eaten in your entire life.
So amazing.
Oh, I want one right now. But anyway, Liz is not getting a really nice tortilla now. She's just watching Laurent goofing around. He is not funny, but she thinks that he's showing him new sides of herself. He's obviously quite complex. He was serious, deep, funny, and silly all at the same time. He's a lot like me, Liz realised with a start.
Oh my God. They are as insufferable as each other. I will give her that.
That's true. And easily amused.
Very true. Yeah. So yeah, he finishes off this omelette, serves it to her with a flourish. She's amazed at how relaxed she feels, how she's actually enjoying herself and feeling at peace for the first time since she arrived on the island. Apparently she'd never met a boy she felt so comfortable with, except Todd, she silently reminded herself. But she realises he hasn't tried to get in touch with me. Todd has history because, of course, he did write her a letter, sent it express and everything, and Jessica fucked it into the fire.
Damn those unseasonable fires.
Yeah.
So she tells herself that her and Laurent are just friends, aren't we? Mm-hmm. So meanwhile, Liz has been out all night, obviously, and Jessica is genuinely really worried for her as she supervises the kids over breakfast. We learn that the prince and princess are horrifically
they
blasé.
Don't give a shit. He couldn't give a fuck about this underage au pair who is basically, their responsibility for the summer. Like, yes, you've hired her, but also, she's quite young. You're in charge of the situation here. And apparently, yeah, when Jessica said to the prince and princess that Liz is missing, they assured her Liz was okay. She probably took shelter from the storm in one of the cottages or huts on the estate. They promised to send some workers to look for her if she didn't return by mid-morning.
What the fuck? You are responsible for this 16-year-old. And you're just
on fucking Death Trap Island in the middle of a storm and you're just like, nah, she's fine.
The lightning that was crashing overhead while she was sheltering in a forest can't have hurt her.
Wild.
Absolutely insane. Jessica, understandably, is genuinely worried, thinks Liz could be dead in a ditch.
Yeah.
And she's looking out the window and praying that Liz will be okay. And she's thinking of all the terrible things that could have happened to her. She does think she could have been attacked by a wild animal. What? Although they might have wild boar on this island. They're quite big.
And honestly, who knows what the geography of this place?
Kind of wolves or something.
They might have the last of the French wolves.
Or a
wolf
bear.
Sanctuary or a bear. Yeah. Truly anything is possible on this weird fucking island.
Oh my God, so true.
So yeah, poor Jessica is just kind of spinning out. She's really worried about Liz. So she decides she's going to go out and look for herself. But she has to bring the kids with her, obviously. So she's like, all right, kids, come on, we're gonna head out. So they're all ready in their little raincoats and wellies and whatever, and they're all jumping into muddy puddles. But Jessica's just trying to find Liz, basically. So she's just kind of rushing around the grounds, trying to see if she can spot her.
Yeah. And again, it's still all wet, even though it's really sunny. And again, south of France, freak storm, sun. It would be pretty much dry by now. Though actually, this is the thing with climate change, is that one of the reasons that there are big floods in southern Europe is because the ground is so dry and then they get 2 years worth of rain in 10 minutes so that it can't absorb into the ground. Not the case in the 90s, though.
No, that's
so
true.
Our point stands.
It does. This does not apply to 1997 or wherever we are.
So somehow the place is just a mud heap, and the Comtesse de Rimini and her daughter lift their waxed thin eyebrows. Now, you're trying to tell me that Jessica doesn't have thin 90s brows at this stage?
Jeez.
I think not.
No, that's all the rage. It's, yeah, as you say, it's the 90s. Everyone's got thin fucking eyebrows, and Jessica would be top of the queue for that.
That's why I never touched my eyebrows at that stage, because I was scared of somebody making them too narrow and them never growing back. And I know some of you out there fell at that hurdle, God, with solidarity, because some of my friends did. And Jessica's very judgmental, but she doesn't know what they're saying about her in French, so she just goes, "Same to you." And they were like, "Well, I never." But finally they see Mademoiselle Elizabeth, and Jessica is flooded with relief, and Liz is all like, "Oh yeah, stayed over in Prince Laurent's place." Very casual about all this.
Yeah, Jessica's like, I was really scared. I really didn't know where you were. Please don't run off again without letting me know where you're going, or that you're going, basically. So I guess they kind of realize that they're not really mad at each other anymore, or at least
Yeah.
Jessica isn't, because she, everything's in perspective now. She thought Liz, might have been hurt, but she also realizes she was being quite selfish and not really, doing her job or pulling her weight. So, and also Liz is going through a tough time because of the whole Todd situation. So she's like, okay, she apologizes for not taking her job seriously, and they do make up and decide that they're going to, be friends again, and everything is going to be cool now.
Yeah, no, they do, and it's very it's a nice moment until Jessica remembers that she threw Liz's letter from Todd into the fire. Mm-hmm. So there's that.
Yeah, she does feel terrible about it.
She does. So she decides that she almost confesses because she thinks Liz does need to know that Todd is thinking about her, but then it's so nice that they're reconciled that she knows that, that won't last once Liz knows that Jessica's fucked her over yet again. So she just tells herself that Todd will write again soon. Well, we cut to Friday evening and Elizabeth is wandering around the garden singing like a Disney princess. There's a dinner party, a big fancy affair going on in the chateau this evening. So the castle is in full chaos and it's almost her turn to take over the kids because even though Liz and Jessica are reconciled, they're still going to do this whole shift thing. It's just a bit weird because it means they'll never get to hang out together.
Yeah, that's true, actually. It's quite solitary then. Your time off is just you on your own. And as you say, like, when are they going to hang out? Or, I don't know.
Yeah. So she hears a man humming. Oh, no, it's France, so it's probably... Oh,
there you go.
But she hasn't seen Laurent since Tuesday night, and this is Friday, so a few days have passed.
Yeah.
And when she follows the sound of the singing, it's the gardener, Henri, and he's a bit of a freak because she's carrying flowers and he's like, "You have picked those for me?" he asks in broken English. Doesn't sound that broken. And she's like, "Yeah, I did. Here you go." Bit weird, Henri.
It's a slightly weird interaction, but I think it's mostly just that Liz probably thought it was going to be Laurent, but she's kind of disappointed now that it isn't. She's kind of telling herself that she's not hoping to run into him at all. This has nothing to do with the fact that he's expected at the chateau that evening, which is why she's kind of wandering the grounds, hoping to accidentally on purpose bump into him. Because of course he's supposed to be going to this big fancy dinner tonight in the castle.
I mean, who among us has not
loitered with intent?
Yes. So, can't judge her. I'm sorry.
No. Oh, absolutely not. This is very relatable.
I used to go into a library in Trinity that didn't have any of my subjects' books in it because it was like would the other art subject library because a boy I liked used to study there, and I would pretend if I found him that I was looking for my friend Louise who did psychology. I was not. I was hoping to bump into him. So I cannot judge her.
Oh, no, not at all.
But she does tell herself, why would Laurent want to get involved with an American girl who lived all the way across the sea?
And she's also like, oh, why would she think he was interested in her anyway? Just because he took care of her the other night didn't mean anything. It was the gentlemanly thing to do. So she's also trying to convince herself that she's not actually interested in him. Also, again, this garden is very confusing. It's like we're in this fancy English garden that the gardener is tending, and yet she's having to climb over fallen trees. And so we're in a forest now?
Then she's in a meadow.
Yeah.
She does think that it's too soon to go out with somebody else because she needs time to heal after her breakup with Todd. Oh my God. Like that she doesn't even need to break up with him most of the time.
He doesn't even come into the equation usually.
Joey.
But she does feel like it's all, or it feels like it all happened ages ago in another lifetime. Sweet Valley felt very far away all of a sudden, apparently. So she's still kind of wandering. Yeah, she pops out into a meadow because, again, just absolutely inexplicable grounds. But she's frozen in her tracks at the sight of Prince Laurent.
Marie! He's trotting towards her on a beautiful white stallion, leading a black mare by its reins. And he looks more handsome than ever on the majestic animal. Oh. And Liz has a little whisper to herself moment where she says, "A prince on a white horse." So she feels as if she'd slipped into a romantic fairy tale. And then she's like, "Oh, get real, Liz. Stop acting like a fool." But then Laurent appears. I'm thinking of Princess Lawrence. the Caitlin books. And if you don't know Princess Lawrence, you know where to go. Pi Beta Alpha.
Yeah, we're really getting our wires crossed here. This is a weird, this kind of weird crossover type of thing does happen a lot, I feel, with main episodes and bonus episodes every so often. But yeah, they greet each other. They actually say bonsoir, which is progress, I feel, because it feels like everyone's been saying bonjour until the death of the night, basically. So we're actually getting some correct French in here, which is something. But yeah, she says hello to him. He says, "You're not surprised to see me," which is a weird thing to say. Again, the way they talk to each other is really odd.
Oh my God. It's like somebody who has never heard a human conversation before.
Yeah. And it's not a language thing because he's got perfect English.
It was just a subject matter of their sentences.
Basically, yeah. No, she says that she figured he'd be coming to the chateau for the party tonight. And apparently he kind of looks at her blankly and realizes he'd completely forgotten about this party. And then says that it doesn't matter because he's made other plans and they're much too important to cancel for a formal dinner party. And she's like, "Oh, what kind of plans?"
And he's like, "Wouldn't you like to take a ride with me and find out?" She challenged. And she's like, "Oh, it's my turn to take the kids in a few minutes and Jessica will kill me." But on the other hand, she loves horseback riding. Now, there's some... I know it's revisionist in the main books. Somebody did point out that she was a horse girl in Sweet Valley Twins.
Twins, yeah.
But very much not in the main feed,
not
so to speak. But anyway, she thinks a handsome prince on a white horse was inviting her to go for a ride. No decision is necessary.
Yeah, this is a done deal. Nothing's going to keep her from hanging out with Laurent. So she's like, "I'd like that very much," and clambers up onto this black mare. And I do love that it's like he rides a stallion, she rides a mare, because boys ride boy horses and girls ride girl horses.
That's how it works. Yeah. And next thing we know, they're trotting cross country. When was the last time Liz got on a horse?
I know, like really, wasn't it like the spring something?
Yes.
But then it was Jessica who was like the amazing horse rider in that one. Like,
yeah, and also I guess in calendar years that was like the 80s, so it was a long time ago.
True.
So we cut back to the chateau where inexplicably Jessica and the kids are having dinner at the kitchen table. I mean, I did think before it was mad that these royal children just eat in the kitchen as opposed to like in their dining wing of their nursery. And it makes even less sense now because there is a full team cooking this like giant dinner party, and then the table has kids and Jessica sitting at it. Like that kitchen is a busy workplace at the moment, and the kids just play with their food for about 5 pages.
Yeah, it's quite tedious. But yeah, it makes no sense that like the kitchen is in like the height of fucking business right now because like this caterer's over and everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot going on in this kitchen, and there's also this little island of other chaos where the kids are like having a food fight basically with their spaghetti, and it goes on for ages. Oh
my God, it goes on for so long. And we also learn that the ghostwriter has forgotten Pierre's age because she says something like, "Oh, you're a little young" at one point because he's pretending to have a spaghetti moustache. And he says, "I almost have 6 years." And she corrects him as, "I am almost 6 years old." He was 7 about 50 pages earlier.
Oh my God, you're so right. I totally missed that. Yeah, you're right. Like Claudine is 5. He's 7. And then Manon is like 3 or something, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
I mean, we did say they were all written like toddlers.
Yeah,
so
true.
I guess we shouldn't expect them to keep their eye on the age. But like the reason that this episode is late was because I was going through my page proofs and I am like fucking correcting at the last minute. Like, oh, that comma should maybe be before that word. And oh, I've used the word, good too often on this page. And these dickheads are just like...
Is he 7? Is he 5? Who cares?
Who cares? I actually feel enraged by this. I feel personally insulted this stage proceedings. So yeah, they keep messing, and she wants to find out if anyone's seen Liz, or Jessica does, because obviously she should have taken over, and she is worried about her. And she knows that I guess their bosses won't give a shit.
Yeah,
she's fallen off a cliff or something.
This is up to Jessica if anything's actually gone wrong.
But we're told the entire kitchen staff was in a frenzy as if they were getting ready to launch a space rocket instead of a dinner party. So why the kids are eating there, baffling. And Anna is whirling around the house like a tornado, taking care of last minute details. What is your job, Anna?
What are they? What are those details? I would love to know.
Apparently, on her last trip to the kitchen, she swept through carrying a long, unrolled scroll with a guest list on it. This is the fucking 90s. Those would be computer printout pages on a clipboard. Like Microsoft Word was a thing at this stage.
Oh my God. It's such a good point.
It's just so ridiculous. And Jessica feels totally helpless. There's nobody to help, like nobody to assist her finding Liz. There's like, I'm not joking. On my Kindle, it's about 6 pages of Jessica trying to make her way through the kitchen to ask various staff members who almost like drop oysters on her, where if they've seen Liz. And then Henri appears with a bouquet of wildflowers, and she asks if he's seen her sister, and she says he says if she is lost, she is not lost alone.
Yeah, of course Jessica's like, what the fuck are you talking about, Henri? So he tells her he saw Liz ride off with Prince Laurent on a horse, and Jessica cannot believe this. But the chef is also like, this is not possible because Prince Laurent is expected for dinner and the first course will be served in less than an hour. And he's like, Prince Laurent will certainly not miss such an affair. But Henri is just like, no, I don't know about that. He had a basket with him and it seems like he's taking care of dinner. So the chef is really annoyed by this. Like he's really angry and like yelling at other people in French. And basically it descends into even further chaos because they're really invested in Laurent coming. It's like, if anything, you'd be like, good, one less fucking deal with him. Because it seems like they're already under wild pressure. But no, they're all taking it really personally for some reason. But of course, Jessica is just like, how could she do this to me? Because she has been fucked over here.
She has. But, you know, it's what goes around comes around.
Oh, 100%.
So she goes back and the kids are like making a fucking village out of spaghetti and meatballs, and Liz vows Jessica vows she'll strangle Liz for leaving her with this. Then it goes on for ages and ages and ages. Eventually tries to get through the kitchen because she's promised the kids dessert. She gets some chocolate and cheese filled croissants.
I don't know if it's just phrased poorly that there's like chocolate croissants and cheese croissants, or are they chocolate and cheese?
The way it's written, because there's chocolate hyphen and cheese hyphen filled croissants, to me indicated they were filled with both. Which I have never seen in my entire life.
I think it's just poorly worded because that's quite an upsetting combination.
Yes. I love a cheese croissant.
Oh, 100%.
That's very much
croissant. Fantastic. But yeah.
Also, a cheese croissant you'd hardly call dessert.
No, not at all. And French kids aren't having croissants for dessert as well.
No,
that's breakfast food.
I know. Oh my God. Well, Jessica vows to strangle Liz, and we vow to strangle the ghostwriter, who was made to sit through this very boring scene that went on for way too long. Like seriously, we have barely skimmed the surface of the tedium of this scene. Well, then we learn that Laurent surely knows the way to a Sweet Valley girl's heart. Because what are he and Liz doing?
Oh, well, they're having a picnic, and it is so on the nose as all the Sweet Valley picnics are. He is absolutely getting in line here with the picnic standard of these books. They've got some sourdough bread. They've got some cold cuts, French cheese, duck pate. He's brought a jug of apple cider and 2 wine glasses. So they are going to continue to get absolutely rat-arsed.
Drunk, in charge of a horse.
Fantastic. But yeah, so they're eating like out under the stars. It's all very picturesque and lovely. They can hear the Mediterranean splashing rhythmically against the rocky shore, apparently. And he's like, oh, I thought you would be the sort of girl who would enjoy dining under the stars. And she's like, yes, you thought right. So they're having a lovely time, and they're both very content and happy.
They are. And he asks if it reminds her of her home. And she's like, in some way it does. Because she likes warm summer nights and sea in the air. But the Mediterranean is more savage. And there's a contrast here. In California, they have sand dunes and beaches on the ocean. They have beaches on the Mediterranean. Very much so.
Oh, God, she's so annoying.
Maybe they don't have them on this island.
Maybe.
However, I wouldn't, if I'd just seen a bit of some weird, freakish Dr. Moreau Island. Sorry, I don't know why I said Dr. Moreau. We haven't seen any freakish animals yet.
No, that's true. Yet. There is still 2 whole books to go. Who knows what's going to happen? We know how the third act goes in these third books. Like, literally anything could happen.
Off the rails. So yeah, she's just like, oh, here you have white cliffs and giant mountain ranges in the distance. Which mountains? And the beaches are covered in tiny stones. What?
Sure, yeah.
Maybe there's some, but like, I can tell you in Marseille, they're not covered in tiny stones. But anyway, she says mostly the difference is it's more passion. And he's like, oh, that's because the island is French. Oh, the moon is French. We have our own moon. And
their banter is so shit.
It's indescribable. My notes just say, then he is tedious and unfunny for some time.
Oh, God, yeah, it's awful. So yeah, their shit banter continues for a bit.
Oh, they laugh so much, she is crying.
Yeah, over literally nothing. Like, it's
nothing.
Bizarre. But yeah, he's like, oh, I've never known anyone like you before. Then he says, Elizabeth, there are things you don't know about me, things you should know. And she's like, no, I know everything I need to know, at least for this moment. Like, sorry, what? What things? What's going on?
Where did that come from? Because we've sort of seen his POV all the way through, and there was no indication that there was going to be, some dark reveal. Secret.
No, like, not at all. But then she kind of realizes why he looks so familiar to him.
Oh my
God. Of course, the dream on the airplane. She closed her eyes, remembering the details, how she'd been lost in a field of wildflowers until a handsome guy on a white horse had rescued her. A guy with jet black hair and deep blue eyes. Laurent was the guy in my dream. She marvelled. So she starts to wonder, because a thrilling sensation is now tingling up and down her spine. And she wonders, is Prince Laurent my destiny?
God,
no. Let me put that to bed for you immediately, Liz. No, you will forget all about him after 2 books.
Seriously, I mean, Dylan Whiteclaw's coming up.
He's on the horizon. Forget about this guy.
Although, who knows what happens in the books? We're really only familiar with Dylan Whiteclaw from. By the way, his name is Devon
Whitelaw. Yeah.
But he just became Dylan Whiteclaw. And he has a thing with both Jessica and Elizabeth in the TV show. But who knows what he'll get up to in the books. We look forward to it. When we cut to Jessica, she's dragging herself up the stairs to her filthy garret. We're told she had been hoping to go for a late night swim while the prince and princess entertained their guests. How is that going to work? Because we learned in the last one that the pool is like right outside the, I don't know, dining room, like, because everything was right next to each other in this weird chateau.
Yeah. Maybe she was going to splash around in the moat. Who knows?
Nothing would surprise me. So she does have a moment of self-awareness because she does remember that she left Liz with the kids the other day, so maybe it's fair. But then she's like, but she's supposed to be the responsible one. It's not fair when she does this to me.
Yeah, she really doesn't like it when the roles are reversed. So she's really kind of grumpy about this whole thing. Gets up to her room and it's pitch dark and smells damp and musty. Like,
how?
These rooms are so gross.
It's disgusting. Like, that prince and princess have like put these children in these filthy, dank rooms. How are they damp is a bit baffling, considering the location. But don't give a shit if they stay out all night in a forest.
Oh my God. Like, seriously, they couldn't care less if these kids live or die. But yeah, so she's just kind of grumbling about how much she hates this room and just how grumpy she is in general. But suddenly a large hand gripped hers as she's like fumbling for the light switch. So she's about to scream, but another hand covers her mouth.
I guessed who this was. However, rather like what's his name, who she went out with in Camp Echo Mountain, there was no reason for him to do this and not just say, it's me.
Yeah.
Like, it is not normal to just go put your hand over a girl's mouth and be like, don't say it. Like, don't say anything for like 5 fucking minutes.
Literally just like pouncing on her. Like, it's so scary. But yeah, this is also very, usual for these Sweet Valley era guys who are just have no idea how to talk to or act around girls, because of course she's freaking out, she's panicking, but another solid arm has now locked itself around her and is pulling her into the room. Like, it does sound very scary, and she's freaked out. She can't move, her eyes are wide with terror, and she does manage to scream, or she tries to scream, but no sound comes out. It's like a nightmare. I'm going to die, she thought.
All completely preventable, by the way.
Oh yeah,
if this person had just acted like a normal human being. Yeah. Exactly. Well, we cut back to the 2 doses. They're on their way back through the forest towards the chateau. And we learn, oh my God, that Liz's horse is called Cendrillon. And Cendrillon is, of course, the French for Cinderella.
Yeah.
It is the French version of Cinderella.
It is.
Oh my God.
It's so annoying.
Oh, I don't know why I found that so annoying. It's like, oh, Liz is like little Cinderella. So yeah, she's feeling a bit of a twinge of guilt for leaving Jessica with the children all night, but she's like, well, Jessica always told me to loosen up, and now I'm doing it. And she thinks, the kids will be in bed now anyway, so what the fuck? Their parents aren't going to mind.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, you may as well be hung for a sheep as a lamb. So she's like, fuck it. They're in bed now. What's the difference at this stage? But they pass this small pond, apparently, that's glimmering in the moonlight that Laurent is like leading her to. It's all very gorgeous. There's water lilies and willows. And apparently the moon is beaming down on the water, making it glisten like a gold coin. It's like, surely it's a silver coin, but okay.
That's just one of those big harvest, sort of goldeny harvest moons, but even
Maybe.
then. But yeah, he helps her down off the horse and she shivers in delight at the feel of his strong hands on her body. And he says, you handle Cendrillon as if you've been riding horses forever. And she says, I've actually been going to horseback riding since I was a little girl. It's sort of in my blood. And he's like, in your blood? And we get the most surprising.
Oh my God.
Little deep cut here.
Incredible. Liz blushes slightly and says, well, my distant relatives were acrobats in the circus. And my notes are just like all caps. Jessamine mentioned.
Same. Jessamine is back.
Fantastic. Like, of all the references to make, like, that one is so funny when we're pretending that they've never been in France before, when there was an entire book about it. But we've got fucking Jessamine making an appearance. Hilarious.
Did not see that coming.
Not at all.
So they shared a little moment, and she's like, oh, Laurent already has a dangerously strong hold on my emotions. They gaze at the peaceful water. And then he's like, this is where I first saw you. Jesus, but I've never seen this pond before. And he chuckles softly. I hate both of them so much.
They're absolutely insufferable.
They really are. And I speak as somebody who's just been writing a romance novel and is writing another romance novel right now.
Great.
And if I ever write anything as bad as this, I want you all to tell me, please. Because she's like, yeah, we haven't seen this pond before. And he chuckles and says, that's because you weren't here.
Oh,
she literally says, huh?
So he explains, I saw you in a dream. And then she's like, oh my God, did he dream of her as well? So he says he fell asleep on that spot last Sunday and points to like a clover patch on the bank and says that he dreamt he was at a royal ball and from across the room he saw a beautiful girl with golden hair and ocean blue eyes. And he's like looking at her really intently. He says, I went to her, put my arms around her to dance, but then she disappeared. And I never thought I'd be lucky enough to meet the beautiful girl who appeared to me that day. But now the dream has come true. So yeah, they've both been fucking dreaming about each other. Fucking psychic dream connection.
I hate it.
It's so annoying. And she just think, oh my God, like I had a dream about him, but she decides not to tell him. She's like, for now, I'll keep that secret to myself. After all, she and Laurent had all summer to discover each other.
That's what they're calling it these days, is it? But then he lifts her chin and kisses her softly, a long, sweet, tender kiss. He tangled a hand in her silky hair, and his other hand reached out for hers, at the feel of his strong hand over hers. 2 hands in 2 lines.
Hands and hands and hands over here.
Seriously, that's what I'd be going through with the pen, going, 2 hands. Rephrase. Tweak.
Is he an octopus? Where are all the hands?
I think he does have the right amount of hands. It's more than just the repetition of words. I just can't not see it now after like literally going through every line of my book. Like going under each line with the pen, going, okay, and this line, okay, this line, okay. No one did that to this book. I'm telling you that much. So she's not thinking of what his hands are doing. She just thinks maybe fairy tales can come true. And then she returns his kiss with a passion so strong it surprised even her. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, if you must. So meanwhile, Jessica is trying to escape her captor, and she sees the drawers of her bedroom are open. So she's like, oh my God, this is a robber. Like somebody's rifling through my things. And then a voice whispers in her ear, Jessica, please be still. And a jolt of recognition shoots through her at the sound of the sexy voice.
For God's sake. Yeah, so the guy turns her around and flicks on the light. And of course, it's Jacques, looking cuter than ever, apparently. So yeah, his eyes are wide with worry. It's like, why are you the one worried? She's the one who thought she was going to be fucking attacked. So he's like, oh, Jessica, I found you at last. So she's just really relieved, basically, that it's not someone who's going to murder her, basically, or that
as far as she knows.
As far as she knows, yeah. But she's also like, how did he get in? What's he doing here? Like, and why did he scare me like that? So she's like, Jacques, what the fuck? Like, why? But he cuts her off and kisses her. So she just kind of melts into the kiss because she can't help herself, I guess.
And his hair is all tousled and he hasn't shaved. He does sound quite hot.
It does sound very sexy. So he says that he's missed her so much. She's like, okay, but like, what are you doing here? So he says, ever since I met you, I haven't stopped thinking about you. You're in all my thoughts, in my dreams. And she's like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Not the dreams, though. Come on, not the dreams.
Let it up with the dreams. So he says he took the first train he could. And as soon as he arrived at the chateau, he had to find her. He said, I didn't want the de Saint-Maries to know I was here because they'd never let us be alone together. So he's after sneaking into the castle, basically. And she realizes he's come in through the underground passageways that he had mentioned before. This island is truly baffling. I just don't know anymore.
He got in through the underground passageways, and there's an unused dumb waiter that connects all the floors. So that apparently goes right down to like a fucking cave beneath the cellars. And he got in there and just like hoisted himself aloft. I guess.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, that all tracks, I guess. But she's like, but why were you going through the drawers and through my stuff? And he apologizes, but says, I didn't know if I was in the right room. I was looking for something that would indicate this one is yours. And then you came in. And she's like, yeah, that makes sense. Jessica, you're smarter than this.
I mean, is she?
Well.
And then something's still bothering her. And then she remembers Anna saying that there's no Duke of Norvaux and that she'd run into a dashing French rogue with a silver tongue. But he just looks so hot. He looks kind of embarrassed. It's like, okay. Yeah. And she's like, oh no, Anna can't be right. She's not a rogue. He's come all the way to see her. And she says, he's like, is anything wrong? And she said, nothing's wrong. Nothing at all. And with the moonlight shining on his strong jaw, he bent his face to hers. And as their lips met, the whole world seemed to disappear. And Jessica thinks, this is all that matters, and lost herself in the searing heat of his kiss. And that is the end of Il était une fois, Once Upon a Time.
Oh my goodness. Just this fucking guy. It's just so funny that he reappears in such a stupid, dramatic fashion.
And ill-judged.
It's so unnecessary.
Can you read us out? Do you have the...
I don't have the thing. No, so mine is like a 3 books in 1 edition, so I'm possibly missing little bits like that, I think, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, mine is... this is very long. So I guess this is what we know was happening in the sort of extended Pascal-y Sweet Valley verse at this stage, because it says, don't miss the next 2 Sweet Valley High Magna editions, Elizabeth's Secret Diary Volume 3 and Jessica's Secret Diary Volume 3. Read all about Elizabeth's tortured romance, which one, and Jessica's chance at stardom, which one, featuring classic moments from Sweet Valley High books 71 to 94. Oh my God, that's just before the Margot era.
Oh, wow.
Is that even including? No. Can it?
No, it wasn't. No, she's kind of like 98, 99 is where Margot starts popping up.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's earlier because there's the Jungle Prom and there's about 5 books until... the Evil Twins number 100.
Oh, that's true. Oh, maybe I think 95 might be the last of the kind of normal book. And then it all starts going spectacularly off the rails.
Aren't we glad it did? Oh, listen to this. If you miss these Magnas, you'll never find out the captivating, unbelievable truth, I'll bet it is, of what really happened during the most turbulent time in the twins' lives.
Debatable.
I mean, come on. It's not more turbulent than Margot.
No, nothing is.
And now we're back on track because it says, then continue your journey with Jessica and Elizabeth to Chateau d'Amour en canoe, the French castle by the sea, for a summer of royalty and romance. The twins may be falling in love, but both of their new boyfriends have secrets that may land Elizabeth and Jessica in more trouble than they ever imagined. Unless it's more trouble than a serial killer, a werewolf, a mad axeman,
an evil twin's evil twin.
Yeah. I do not think it's more trouble than they've ever imagined.
No, absolutely not. There's no way.
Well, then it says, don't dare miss Sweet Valley High 133 to Catch a Thief, the second book in an enchanting 3-part miniseries coming soon.
Oh my God.
It's a fairy tale come true.
Fantastic.
Wow. And hang on, am I right in thinking that To Catch a Thief stars, let me check, Grace Kelly?
Oh, nice. Oh, okay. I see what we're doing here.
Yeah, okay. Well played.
Principality continues.
Yeah. Well, do we have stats and outfits?
Okay, so we don't have outfits, but I suppose we had kind of chopped up the book in ways that we don't usually, so that was kind of what happened there.
We didn't have any outfits the last time.
Oh, no, we did. Remember, we had Liz dressed as Olivia Davidson wandering around in the store.
So we did, in her Indian print skirt, sorry.
Indeed. We had the Countess with her silk kimono that, like, Jessica was like, ugh, stay to that, but actually it sounded really fucking cool.
We did, sorry. So justice for the kimono.
There you go. But,
what do we have for stats?
So for stats, okay, we have the Wakefield Blondness gets 13 mentions.
Oh my God.
It's so much. I think a lot of that is to do with Laurent banging on about his dream of the golden-haired girl.
Okay.
So that really helped it along. The Blue-Green Eyes got 8 mentions, which is pretty healthy.
That's a lot. Average, I feel, is about 4.
Yeah, that's usually the more normal kind of ones. Jacques' Brown Eyes got 6 mentions. Considering he's not in it that much, is a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. Laurent's Blue Eyes got 4 mentions.
Okay.
Which is, again, that's more like normal Wakefield rather than like random side character prints. But here we are. People roll their eyes 8 times. We do a lot of eye rolling in these 90s books.
As do we when we do them, so fair.
Yeah, true. People cry 10 times. That is mostly Liz crying over Todd.
Okay.
Yeah. People blush or flush or otherwise turn red 14 times.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Those stats are more dramatic than I thought they'd be.
Right. It's almost concerning how much they're turning red, to be honest. Like, is everyone okay? And then we are really in classic, like, eyes up to things kind of time here, because people's eyes, they sparkle twice. They flash 3 times. Ooh. They twinkle 5 times.
Ooh.
A lot of twinkling eyes going on in this place. They glint twice. And then once each, people's eyes either glimmer, dance, or sparks fly out of them or are somehow involved. They love some sparking eyes in these things. But so a lot going on in the stats there.
Really a lot. Wow.
Yeah, so much.
Oh, well, listeners, what did you think of Once Upon a Time? Did you ever get caught in a rainstorm and have to shelter in a weird maze cottage? Tell us some of more of your au pair stories. You know, some of you were au pairs. We always love hearing from you. Do you have a favorite tortilla recipe? Like, share it all.
We want to hear it.
We do. You had plenty to say about the last installment, because we are, as you know, we're our SVH podcast on pretty much all social media. And we are most active on Instagram, and we are on Gmail at svhpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
Roisin Muldoon compared the maze of death with the maze in the book of The Shining. And that also involved a playhouse, which we learned that they have in the playground, all in the same corner of the chateau. So there's room for a horror twist. The weather's very different, but
yeah, as Roisin says, with any luck now, someone will finish this book off by chasing the twins through the maze with a croquet mallet. So, you know, fingers crossed. Literally anything could happen at the end of those third books in these trilogies. So who knows? Fingers crossed.
There are quite a few people commenting on the jet lag aspect of the twins, which I had really. This is mad that it didn't hit me as much because I was just thinking of like arriving in France. It's an hour in the difference, and my brain just goes, "It's 2 hours on a plane, and there you are."
No, that's it. Because I know for me anyway, traveling from the States back home, like, Jesus, I'm quite regularly like, once I get home, I'm like, okay, get through whatever sleep and that, and it's fine. But for like a solid week, I just feel weird and kind of sick afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I'm not right for a while after like transatlantic flights. So
I haven't done it for years, and I was always like fucked afterwards.
Yeah,
and
completely. Yeah,
like I was on drugs.
Like Bobbins and Buttons does ask the question: are the twins immune to jet lag? Is this more proof that time exists in a completely different way to our universe?
I mean, I think we know the answer to that. Fury Girl said, "Help me out. How many times has Elizabeth been the reincarnation love of some random man? I know it happens in the SVU vampire books, but I swear it's happened at least a third time." Ghost of Sweet Valley said, "Do the legacy books count? Because I think Todd's relative loved her relative in one of those." Oh, and all of them. They all have these, like, their ancestors.
And there's enough near misses for it not to get like weird incesty stuff down the line. So there is usually some encounters here and there that are kind of like, oh, it's her again, and lost loves and whatnot. But they do tend to be the reincarnated loves of random dudes. And I guess, appearing in dreams probably falls into that kind of category.
Yes.
Too.
So there definitely was Wilkins. People were debating whether there were Wilkins in the Wakefield sagas, and there 100% were. And lots of debating of what their names could have been. It was Theodore, I think, but Fury Girl was saying Toddathan, Toddander, Todd.
Sister Betty confetti throughout Toddomy, still an illegal act in 16 states.
Toddmathy, Todgerman, Todger. Todger means something.
Amazing.
Liz makes it started the tag yourself and said, "I have Victorian ghost clothing. I started as a small boutique in Sweet Valley where I was surprisingly successful and have expanded and now have a chain of stores across Europe. Well, maybe not a chain, but a children's clothing shop in an obscure European principality is a start."
Oh my God, incredible. Marnie McFly VA said, "I am the ghosts of all the people who died in the maze. We've been haunting this place for centuries and not one single person has ever noticed us or buried our bodies. We are extremely annoyed and would like a transfer to a proper haunted house."
Vivian Shirley says, "I am Anna, chatelaine of the manor. My old-fashioned belt of keys is not just to get me into every room, filthy or clean, but also to keep those brats in line. I shall not be sharing my secret with those silly new girls." I love this from Madame Fromage, likes other stuff. She said, "Bonsoir, je suis le centuries-old topiary maze. Am I full of the skeletons of French nobility who tried to hide from the guillotine? Je ne le dirai jamais. Am I fluent in franglais? Mais oui."
So good.
Oh my God.
Miss Pesty said, "I'm Mary Poppins, and even I wouldn't want to be a nanny to those god-awful brats."
Sister Betty Confetti said, "Je suis Clémentine, the inexplicable French doppelganger of these absurd American twins. J'attends dans the grand maze de hedge, waiting for ma chance to murder one of these horrible Wakefield tweens and take their place to have the vie parfaite." That is vie parfaite. By the way, this is all written phonetically. That should have been mine all along. Monsieur Identical Hannah is, how you say, under the cover as the housekeeper to help set things up. And then I help her do the same. This valet de douce will be ours. But maintenant, passion.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
I love it when the comments just randomly turn into these tiny short stories. Like, incredible work from everybody.
It's just incredible.
Oh God. Bobbins and Buttons said, I'm Todd at home in Sweet Valley dusting off my short shorts. They never really went away.
The podcast at Dawn's house said, we are the members of the Babysitters Club and we are disgusted that someone left these absolute amateurs in charge of kids.
That's very, very fair, I think. Yeah. The Babysitters Club would be all over this. They would be doing a much better job. And then Marty Knox said, I'm normal American teenagers from Sweet Valley on summer holiday in France. It might be a little loud and silly, but we are doing normal tourist things. Wait, the Wakefield twins are here. Well, I guess we're headed to the normal train station to get to Germany. The Maginot Line should hold this time. I mean, I wouldn't bet on it with those two. Oh my God, amazing. Like, honestly, these tiger yourselves are so good.
Oh my God, they're so good. And I do have a chest infection, so it's quite sick laughing.
We also had a lot of people comparing apparently this whole like handsome recluse in a cottage at the centre of a hedge maze by the sea. This was Felicity Valentine had said is giving strong V.C. Andrews vibes here. So apparently there's a whole series of V.C. Andrews books that are something to do with a guy in a maze cottage or like.
Yeah. I haven't read them.
This seemed to resonate with a lot of people, or were like, yes, that made me think of that too, or like the Heaven series. I don't know this series. My only knowledge of V.C. Andrews is Flowers in the Attic.
Yes, same.
Which I've never read because I read the synopsis and I was like, oh Christ, absolutely not.
My older sister, when I was about 10 and she was about 13 and she read it, told me about it, and I was so horrified.
Horrible. No, thank you.
But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they were picking up on that. I mean, nothing would surprise me with these freaks. The ghostwriters doing an actual crazy job.
Who even knows?
Now, I hope I'm going to pronounce this properly. Ichbuz Hiado said, I was an au pair for 3 years after I finished school. The term literally means on par, of course. So an au pair is actually meant to be like one of the family, like a temporary big sister. You usually don't need any qualifications at all, though the twins are too young. In France, you have to be at least 17. Okay. I had 5 host families. Some kept more to themselves, but others totally integrated me into their family and even brought me with them on weekends away. That said, I never worked for royalty. A princess would only hire the best qualified, formally trained nannies, not a pair of teenage twerps like Liz and Jess. Very good point.
Oh my God, very true. Yes.
I did have friends who worked as au pairs, but they were older, like they were in college. So I didn't know, like they did for the summer.
Yes.
And they were they were language students. So, but I don't think they would have expected to be taken, like dining at the table with toffs. That's the one thing. But I guess if you're with a more normal family, it does make sense.
Well, here's the thing. We did get an email from a listener and the subject line was, I was an au pair with chateau. And it's like plural chateau, lots of exclamation marks. I don't know if you've seen this email.
No, I've just been in fucking editing hell. So I haven't seen anything.
Okay. So this listener, I'm going to call her Deirdre, not her real name. So she says she was an au pair in the 90s for an aristocratic French family. So 90% of the time it was just the mum and dad, the kids, plus me living in the very normal house. So they were a very normal family despite him being a baron and she married beneath her being a countess.
Holy shit.
So everything was kind of normal, like at that stage, but then we would travel ... And here's where it gets incredible. So apparently his parents were high up judges and lived in this like large apartment off the Champs-Elysees. She'd take the kids for walks in an old-fashioned English-style pram, and everyone thought this was like hilarious and quaint, and the kids loved the pram because it was massive and they could like pull up the roof of it and everything. These parents had a cook and a maid who came on holidays with them / us. So this apartment was in central Paris, but there was other apartments for the whole family. It's like basically an apartment complex, and I guess the baron's parents had bought 4 of the apartments therein at the end of one of the metro lines for the future.
Oh my God.
Like, it's so swanky. So these apartments had smaller accompanying apartments for the au pairs, but I didn't live in these apartments. They were just there for future use in the event they ever wanted to move from central Paris. So the mother's family had property everywhere. They holidayed in the Côte d'Azur in all these like fancy Swiss ski resorts. They had houses in the Loire Valley with their own vineyard. She spent Easter with the family in Normandy, had her own turret. And she points out that au pairs back then anyway had an odd place in the family and household structure. So they're not family, but they're not quite staff either.
Yeah.
So she slept in the family quarters if there was space close to the kids. Makes sense. But then au pairs eat with the family too, whereas the cook and the maid and the other staff don't. So you're in this kind of limbo, feet in both camps area. Some staff can be standoffish with you as you're not really one of them, but everyone she worked with was lovely and welcoming and really nice. But yeah, so apparently like at the grandparents' place in Paris, the maid serves them individually at the table. So she had to learn how to eat silver service style, like properly fancy stuff. Like had to learn how to correctly serve herself and eat cheese from a platter, respecting how the cheese should be cut. These are French people after all. And the pecking order of who gets the best bit of cheese, given who is in the room. Like the rules within rules are kind of blowing my mind, to be honest.
This is amazing.
It's so good. She also tells us the aristos have their own phone book, like the Telecom Éireann one we all had at home, but exclusively for aristos. So every now and then the mam would flick through it to find some local fancy person that they would invite over for a play date or a coffee, just to kind of meet up and kind of keep up connections. But like, other than all of this, they were a very normal family. They both had normal jobs. They shopped in the supermarket, like went to like the basic Italian restaurant up the road. She had a Renault Clio. He had a normal car. But apparently the thing is their clothes were like really expensive, but they'd kind of buy less, but buy better was kind of their take on buying clothes. So they all had this very small wardrobe of really expensive stuff that lasted perfectly, that they would just wear to death. And the kids too, like we're all dressed in real fancy stuff, but it's like expensive, but like small wardrobe. So you're just getting the most out of everything. Like it's such a good email. You have to go read it.
I am looking at it right now, reading along with you. Yeah, because she says the kids were dressed in petit bateau. I think I said that they would have been wearing petit bateau. I actually did have some petit bateau stuff as a kid, and it was like my fanciest.
Yes.
And they were t-shirt, they were casual, but I was very conscious that this is like my cool French things. Like, yes. I think you might have had to get them in like Switzer's or somewhere quite fancy.
Okay, yeah. You're not
back in the 80s, but I thought I was extremely chic in my petit bateau.
Oh, I bet you were.
Top and skirt.
I mean, if the French aristocratic children are wearing it, then I think you were good to go. But yeah, just an amazing email.
Fascinating.
Thank you so much for that.
My God.
Deirdre, as we've called you, because you said not to read out your name, which is absolutely fair. But yeah, thank you so much for that email, because I was fascinated.
A friend of mine did work for a family that were like awful importers or something like that is less glamorous.
We're not talking Baron and Countess here.
No.
Beef Baron, maybe.
Ooh, maybe. Another friend did work for somebody who's the father of the family had separate phone lines at work for like his mistress.
Oh God.
Right. Just like
so
stereotype.
Oh my God.
Like part of me is like, am I misremembering that? I don't know, I am.
Am I getting mixed up with the soap opera I got into? I don't know. Who could say?
I mean, I have just written a book about a fictional soap opera, so yeah, that could be in my head. Oh my God, thank you so much, Mysterious Deirdre. We really very much appreciate you sharing your tale.
So good.
That was incredible. Because we always love hearing from you, even though I am terrible at checking the email, but I will be more normal and on top of things, as I keep saying for months, like, well, this bit is over.
Any day now.
My new book, Love Scene, is coming out in 2 months, and it is on NetGalley now to request if you're a book critic or blogging or whatever person. Please give it 5 stars if you read it. It's very neat. I won't be looking at the page, but if you do review it, do send me a screen grab. I just don't want to see the average rating anywhere. So do please share if you do read it, because I need the validation, quite frankly. But thank you so much for joining us on our trip to the chateau. We always love hearing from you, and if you like hearing from us, you can do so every week by signing up to Headstuff Plus.
Yes, if you head on over to headstuffpodcast.com, you can sign up for as little as €5 a month. That'll get you access to all our lovely bonus content, where we have been chatting about the Caitlin books most recently. And yeah, when you do sign up for the bonus stuff, you get access to it's like Double Love Plus kind of special feed that has all the regular episodes with no ads. And then you get all the bonus stuff too. So it's all like in the one place, which is very handy. But yeah, so we are rattling through. I say we're rattling through, please. We're just finishing the first of the Caitlin trilogies. I think that our next episode is going to be the end of book 3. But we are having tremendous fun with the various comings and goings of Highgate Academy and Ryan Mining and all the drama therein. So do join us there if you can. And if you can't, that's fine too. Just leave us a nice review, basically. that'll sate us too. Like spreading the word about the podcast really helps as well. So any little bit that you can do, we appreciate it.
We do appreciate it. So yes, thank you so much to all of you who do support us in whatever way you can.
Yeah.
And those who join us in the clubhouse. We have just finished we're almost finished the Love Trilogy, the first Caitlin trilogy. It's going to be the end of an era at Highgate Academy.
Is. Yeah, the purple books are over almost. We'll be on to, I think it's like the blue ones are next.
Well, I can't wait to see what we've got in store there. There has been so much drama. There was a cave-in.
2 cave-ins.
Oh my God, yeah, 2. One after the other.
Like literally, so dramatic.
So much drama. Yes, Little Ian Foster. I called him Little Ian Fraser when referring to him in the main feed the other week. That's because I just read a book with an Ian Fraser in it. But he is Little Ian Foster. He is still recovering from being paralysed after eating fertilizer out of a bag. And again, the Sweet Valley approach is you've just got to want to walk. Basically, is in full effect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
it's a classic Pascal logic.
Sure is. So yeah, there's a lot going on over there, and you can join in and catch up on all the Caitlin drama by signing up to Headstuff Plus. And we hope you do.
Indeed, yeah. And let me think, there's one other thing I wanted to mention. Oh, yes. So one of our listeners in London, Claire, had gotten in touch, and she has taken on the task quite admirably of organising a London listeners meetup. So we do have like a post about it on Instagram. So if you're interested in that or in the area and aren't usually on Instagram and might have missed it, jump into the comments there and get involved. So just in case anybody missed that, I just wanted to give that a mention and shout out to Claire for what's going to be some Trojan work, I'm sure. So fair play to her.
Much appreciated. So yes, Pi Beta Alpha siblings, we will see you in the clubhouse in 1 week's time, and everybody else, we will see you back at the Chateau d'Amour Wanconu when we find out what happens when someone tries to catch a thief.
Oh, amazing.
See you then, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
A bientôt.
This show is part of the Headstuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Headstuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.